Brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Medic! Call a medic!
Are you in pain?
Oh my God!
Do I need to call Safety Salt?
They tried to kill me.
Who tried to kill you?
Andre?
Andre from Orange Theory Fitness?
Yes, in Centennial.
I don't think that...
That guy's whose biceps are bigger than both my thighs taped together?
I saw Andre. I don't think killing people is what he's into.
Listen to what your voice just did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
I loved, okay, so yesterday was Eric's first time, we're sending him on vacation, and he needs to get himself into shape a little bit. He needs a little...
Round is a shape.
Yeah, we don't want round. We don't want to be a beach ball on the beach. And we think that there could be some adventurous activities involved in this vacation that our listeners choose to send you on.
Adventurous activities?
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some hiking or kayaking or swimming or, I don't know, some activities.
All right.
And right now your most active activity is the 3-minute commercial break walk from the studio to the kitchen to refill your coffee mug. And you are lifting your weights, like, what is that, 10 ounces at a time.
That's right.
And so I think you need a little more exercise. You need to be a little bit more in shape. You used to.
I did.
You used to. There was a time in your life.
There was a time.
When you were fit and healthy and you worked out and you fit into your jeans.
Smoking hot. What?
And
I fit into my, what?
Yeah. I don't think you could fit into those jeans anymore.
That's not nice.
It is true. Is it not true? I'm sorry. Is that not true?
It may be true, but it's
not true.
It may be true, but you know what? There's a little discretion involved.
Well, no discretion here. So Eric is working out. Thank you to our fitness sponsor, Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Yep.
And Andre, the trainer at Orange Theory Fitness, Eric had his very first Orange Theory workout yesterday afternoon.
Yep.
I took a lovely photograph of Eric. He's all posed. He's, got his little gym bag, and he's getting ready to go in, and he's kind of smug. If you look at the face,
smug,
a little bit smug, and he's been incredibly smug for weeks as he's like, Andre, I can take you. Bring it on, Andre. I got this. And you've been a little snarky.
Yeah, maybe.
So, Andre, let me just tell you about Andre.
Did you hear what her voice just did again?
Andre is fit. Andre is sexy. Andre's got this smile that can stop a room. And as he's getting ready to go into the workout space, he's like outside the workout room. And you can just see he's kind of like getting his stage game on, and he's like skipping down the hall, and he's got his headset on, and he's like getting in the zone.
Right. And
then he comes in and he cheers you guys on. He offered great customer service.
All right, so let's call it out as it is. Wow, what a fantastic workout. Orange Theory Fitness in Centennial at Parker Road in Arapahoe. Brilliant workout. Loved everything.
Eric almost got through it.
Oh, he broke me in half.
Yeah, he almost got through it.
No doubt about it. He snapped my neck like a little pencil. But he was so caring and always came over and checked on me. And when I was, I guess the word would be in a puddle, he came over and he says, "Oh, let me get you some protein shake," and he brought me.
Yeah, Eric was dying. He was ill nutritioned for the event.
Absolutely, ill nutrition. Nobody told me that you're supposed to eat within 20 hours of working out. I had no idea.
Okay, so our listeners will back me up on this.
Right.
When have you ever known Eric to skip a meal?
Yesterday.
Ever. He doesn't. He's always hungry. He's always eating. It was
Sunday evening at 5 p.m. the last time I ate. And it was 4:30 p.m. when I started working.
The day he chooses to, go on a little diet.
I was a little lightheaded.
Was the day he went to work out. So, when he told me he hadn't eaten, I was like,
yeah, you should have seen what Andre said. He says, "Oh, dude, if I'd have known that you hadn't eaten for that long, I would never let you work out."
Well, whoever knew that Eric could skip a meal, let alone 2 or 3? In 24 hours.
Taking this weight loss thing a little too seriously, apparently.
I think you are.
Andre was so kind. And I got to tell you, Andre, I've been calling you out for weeks now. Now that I know where you live, I will avoid you at all costs. No, I'm kidding. You are fantastic. You really did. He texted me after in the evening, and he says, just want to check on you. How are you doing? What's going on? Make sure you drink lots of water. Make sure that you stretch it out. I mean, talk about extreme customer service. Orange Theory Fitness, Centennial.
I don't think this was quite what you promised, Andre.
Andre?
I'm listening. I don't think we're not hearing anything here, Eric. Excuse me. One more time.
I'm sorry, Andre.
And?
You were right. I was wrong.
One more time.
You were right. I'll be back.
Eric is sorry, Andre.
I'm sorry, Andre.
He should not have called you out. You delivered. And Eric is going to be so fit and healthy for his vacation that he goes on in April. You're just going to love this, Eric.
Whoop-de-doo.
So I made him go home and take some selfies of himself. He took some before pictures. We're not going to post the before pictures.
Yeah, we're never going to post the before
No. Until we have some afters.
Oh, look at the time.
But the selfies have been selfed.
The measurements are in. They ain't pretty. No. All right. We'll keep you apprised as we make progress. We are making progress. And, Andre, if you are listening, I actually did 25 push-ups this morning just to keep my arms rubbery like I left you. We'll be back. And when we are, we've got Dennis Gerraux and Printing Done Quickly coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
Why do you say that debt consolidation is a bad idea? I'm considering it now, and it looks good on paper.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
We call it debt consolidation because it doesn't change your habits. 88% of the time that people combine all of their debts into one pile, they don't change their habits. 9 out of 10 times they keep borrowing money. It's not math. It's not interest rate that's your problem. It's cutting your lifestyle. And debt consolidation treats the symptom.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in today. The most positive business talk show in America has a good reputation for inspiring you to greatness, and our guest is inspiring as well.
You bet he is. Dennis Gerraux, the owner of Printing Done Quickly in Highlands Ranch. Business owner, only been open 1 year. Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. Yep, 1 year this month.
1 year this month. I'll tell you what, that first year and being in business, it's pretty exciting.
It is. We actually just jumped right out of the gate, and things never stopped. And matter of fact, it's going so good right now, we're expanding.
You're expanding?
Yep, we're carrying walls out and making more room.
Dennis, every single time that we show up to PDQ, you have new equipment. And then the new equipment has new equipment, but it's not because they're broke. It's because you're growing.
It's true. It's true.
It is true. You are growing. Every time we come in, there's new equipment. You've had to lease bigger equipment. You always have more equipment. And now the walls are coming down. Printing Done Quickly is getting bigger. You're going to need to do an addition on top.
Well, that's we were actually thinking about that, putting some type of a balcony in there, but the landlord said, I don't think we can do that.
All right. So, Dennis, most people are really struggling that first year just to get the word out. We think if we open the door, if we build it, they will come. And you are busting out the seams. What's your secret?
Well, I guess the most obvious answer would be that I'm involved with the Experience Pros. That's very true.
Nice.
We get, our referral rate is unbelievable. We get new customers in every day practically, and it's through just. Quite frankly, what we're doing is we're just taking care of the customers, and the customers are telling other people.
I love that.
What a simple way to do it.
I love that. Okay, so what are they coming in for? What kind of things are you known for at Printing Done Quickly?
Anything you can imagine you want to have printed, we can do. I mean, literally, we can do the simple black and white copies on up to full-size banners and clothing and you name it. If it's got some kind of an imprint on it, we can do it for you.
I've seen some of the things that you've done. I remember last year during the summer season, you had, what's that game called? Cornhole or something like that?
It is, yep, corn toss.
Right,
cornhole, yep.
And the bean bags. You had Broncos and I don't remember who else it was.
Yep, some other team. Yeah, those were custom made, custom printed, which people look at that and go, how can you print that? It's a 2 foot by 4 foot board, but we're able to do that too.
Love that.
Sorry, that was not.
That's the sound that came out of Angel.
Yeah, that was what? How in the world? I think that's one of the things I love about Printing Done Quickly. Coming into your office, into your storefront. I'm not creative, Dennis. I can't. If I see something else, I can say, "Oh, I like that. That's a great idea." But in my own head, I don't have. I don't know. I just don't even know what's even possible. So when we came in and we saw the boards, this game that you were able to print your logo on, I would have never even thought to do something like that until I came in. You do fun vinyl stuff on the walls.
On the wall, yep.
You have great displays just in your storefront. Do people come in and just the juices get flowing?
They do. And as a matter of fact, one of our keys is that we'll sit with our customers and take the time needed to find out exactly what they're going after. What is it that they're trying to accomplish? And we work it through that way of finding out what they would like to see the finished product be, and then we start creating the design or whatever we need to do to make sure that they're satisfied.
So let's talk about that design.
Well, it's interesting. We do all of our own in-house design work in that. But one of the things that we kind of face that's a little bit of a difficulty for us is that customers will bring in their own designs. They want to do their own layout and their own, their own copy and everything.
Never a good idea. I'm just saying.
What do you mean never a good idea? We've got the stuff on our computers now. We can do graphics. We can.
Business owners, look at me right now.
Isn't that the easiest way? Is if I bring it to you and it's already designed?
Right here on the YouTube video. You are not Michelangelo. Leave the design work to the professionals.
Kettle, pot.
I am actually Michelangelo.
Oh.
And actually, Eric does a pretty darn good job with his graphic design. He really does.
So you've never had to take a graphic that Eric brought you
Every single thing I bring to him, he has to recreate.
Tweaking.
But I have a decent eye. I have a decent eye, right?
Yes, you do.
So
yes, you do.
It's my left eye.
Well, what the biggest problem we face is customers want to design on Microsoft Word, for instance. Well, it's called Microsoft Word.
It's a word processor.
For word processing, correct. Right. But they want to do graphics and all that. And it can be done, but it does not transfer very well to the print, type of needs in that.
And they don't want to spend the $600 for the high-end Photoshop Adobe products?
They don't want to do that, and we understand that. We have all those programs. We have all of the design programs in that, and our design costs are actually very reasonable. Surprisingly so, that people are shocked when they find out that we can do their design work for probably less than $50 in most cases. We actually even offer first 15 minutes of design time free. We don't charge for it at all.
And sometimes we can even just email you. Once we've worked with you, kind of email you our stuff, and can you reprint? We need another order of, and we can just send that to you.
Absolutely. You can go on to our website, which is printingdonequickly.com, and just upload your files right there. We can talk to you about it and just make it simple.
How do people, the website, printingdonequickly.com, where are you located?
We are at 44 Springer Drive in Highlands Ranch. That's right in the Wells Fargo Center shopping center.
Just south of the Broadway C470 off-ramp, right?
Yep, not too far from the AMC theaters there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. And our phone number is 720-524-8302.
One more time.
720-524-8302.
So you're under construction right now, but still open for business.
We are open for business, and we were actually planning on having a big event this month for our 1-year anniversary and that, and instead we're going to push it back because of the construction. And next month we're going to do a couple things all in one day. We're going to have a live remote with you folks here in our store, and then we're going to have a big customer appreciation afternoon and evening. We're going to have a cocktail party, and we're going to send out invitations, but it's an open house for all of our fabulous customers.
Does your printer have a cocktail party for you? He should.
March 27th is the date for that. Mark your calendars. March 27th. We'll be live broadcasting from Printing Done Quickly, and just plan to spend the day with us out there, yes?
Absolutely. It'll be fun.
All right. What else do our listeners need to know?
You know what? Just come and talk to us, and we will take care of your needs.
Come and talk to us. I'll take care of your needs. Then the phone number one more time.
720-524-8302.
Dennis Gerraux with Printing Done Quickly.
PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
Fantastic. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next. Big business tips and insights on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event, ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Hi, this is Karen with Seniors Helping Seniors of South Metro Denver. If you or someone you know is a more mature citizen who needs a little extra hand around the house, Seniors Helping Seniors is your answer. We provide personal care, companionship, transportation, meal preparation, and more, including Alzheimer's and dementia care. And all of our helpers are seniors themselves. Licensed and trustworthy help is available at seniorshelpingSeniors.com/South Metro Denver or by calling 303-990-4561. That's 303-990-4561. Call today and let's meet.
You want to create more in your life and you want to do it with ease, but you aren't sure how to get there. It's time to be open to new ideas and do what Faith did. It's time to pick up your copy of the new book, What Would Faith Do? By Faith Young. Filled with inspirational stories of people just like you who overcame adversity and went on to achieve amazing things, What Would Faith Do? Will motivate you to do the same. Create an abundant life through faith. Get a sneak peek of What Would Faith Do? Or purchase a copy at, you guessed it, whatwouldfaithdo.com.
Striking a blow for freedom, one morning at a time. Wake Up, Colorado, 5 to 7 weekday mornings on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
It feels good. Yeah. It feels good.
What?
Oh, it feels good.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. Very, Dennis is a great interview. It is time now for our business tips and insights. And with our health tip, we've got Gunther Mueller from BioT Medical. Gunther, what's up, man?
Oh, health and wellness is up this morning.
Right?
How you feeling, Gunther?
I am feeling great. I had a nice weekend doing a little skiing up in Steamboat over the President's weekend. So a lot of good energy being expended on the bumps, Now,
Gunther, you're not a 20-year-old. You got to be careful on those hills, right?
Well, yeah, you do. As we age, you got to be a little bit more careful. But when you're feeling good and your muscles are responding well and you don't have a lot of aches and pains going on, you can still kind of ski like a 25-year-old once in a while.
I love that. Let's talk about how we can keep that youthful energy alive.
So, the main thing, what we do here at BioT Medical, and then the health tip I really have for your listeners today, again, is that be aware of your body symptoms. I've said it before to you guys that we don't have a prescription drug deficiency. What we have is usually a nutritional deficiency, in many cases a hormonal deficiency, meaning hormones are out of balance. And when we're talking about hormones, we're talking about testosterone and estrogen and thyroid and cortisol, vitamin D3. A lot of people say, oh, that's a vitamin. It's actually a hormone. The difference between vitamins and hormones is that the body cannot make vitamins and minerals, but the body does make hormones. And so vitamin D3 D3 is that sunshine hormone. And, here in the wintertime, we're not getting a lot of exposure to the sun, or very limited, because we're wearing warm clothes. And then, even when we do go in the sunshine, we're lathering up with sunscreen to protect ourselves, from skin cancer and stuff. So the body's not making a lot of vitamin D3. You see, most of the American population is D3 deficient. And so if we live decades of our life in a less than optimal state, meaning either vitamin, mineral deficiencies, hormonal deficiencies, then the aging process really gets more intense as we age. And you can see the effects that we're having in our culture in the last 30, 40 years. Massive increase in type 2 diabetes, massive increase in heart disease, massive increase in breast cancer and prostate cancer and endometrial cancer. Cancers of all types are showing up. And, the data, when we look at the data, when we look at the medical literature, we can see that there is a huge spot right in the early 1970s where we made a lot of changes. And the prescription drug culture has really been front and center for us, and we're popping a lot of pills to relieve a lot of symptoms. And at BioT Medical, the health tip is get your hormones checked, make sure you're optimal in your nutritional intake, and we can age healthier and live happier in the long run.
How in the world do we get more information?
So, again, like we've talked in the past, also, it's a very complex subject, so I do field a lot of calls from your listeners, and it's fun talking to them. So I can be reached directly at 303-598-1609. Again, that's 303-598-1609. And then we have a wealth of information on our website, which is biotmedical.com. That's B-I-O, the letter T, the letter E, the word medical.com. So biotmedical.com. All kinds of video testimonials of people that have gotten their hormones optimized, and there's again the huge difference of synthetic versus all natural. And what we do here at BioT Medical, everything is all natural or human identical supplementation and hormones. We're not jacking anybody's hormones up. It's about balance. And that's the key thing. If we live decades of our life in balance, we're going to age healthier.
That is so important. And one of the things I got to tell the listeners, Gunther, you're a little older than I am. I think you're a little older than I am, but you look 25 years younger than I do. And I don't think it's just the hair.
No, it's not just the hair. It's clean living, Eric. It's totally clean living,
Now, Gunther, don't make me call you out on the radio.
I would think, Eric, you learned your lesson on calling people out on the radio.
I'm not going to call him out, but he said it was clean living.
If you need to be taken down a notch, I think Gunther can do it. Now, Gunther, I think one of the things that is, and I don't know if it's just the stage of life that we're in, but everybody I'm talking to these days is dealing with these symptoms. Our hormones are not keeping up with what we need them to do, and so it is a very timely subject. I know a lot of our listeners have a lot of questions about it, and they're curious. Sure. Is this the right thing for me? They need to go and have a blood test taken by a doctor that is talking about hormone replacement therapy, not just to put you on a statin or a Botin or a
right. It was somebody who understands the difference between BioT and the other products that are out on the market, right, Gunther?
Absolutely. You got to know the difference. Our physicians are trained with a serious training in hormones. A lot more than what they get in medical school when they first go through medical school. So, looking at blood tests, you got to look at them in a different way. Again, we don't want to be normal. We want to be optimal in our blood work, and so you need a practitioner that's been trained. I'd be happy to invite your listeners also to the webinars that I do to get more detailed information on that. Just give me a call. I'll send them the link, to join one of our webinars. Or I do live patient seminars at different medical offices around the Front Range pretty much on a weekly basis. And, it's free for attendance. But really getting educated, understanding our physiology, our biochemistry is so important, and there's more and more information out there these days. But there's a lot of bad information also. So listeners really need to get educated and understand what it takes to optimize their health.
I think that's the most important thing right there, is that BioT offers that education. Certainly they have a spin on it because it's you guys are doing the only bioidentical, what you call human identical hormone replacement therapy. But you can educate people, and with education comes power. Hey, Gunther, give your phone number one more time, please.
Yeah, phone number is 303-598-1609. Again, 303-598-1609.
Look him up on the web at biotmedical.com. B-I-O, the letter T, the letter E, medical.com. Gunther, thanks for your call, man.
Thank you. Enjoy the day.
Absolutely. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, this is Dr. Gary Donovan, founder of BioT Medical. Did you know that men with low testosterone are more likely to suffer from heart disease, high cholesterol, and 3 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's disease? Go to biotmedical.com to learn how you can increase your testosterone, balance your hormones, and achieve your best health with just 2 treatments per year. We have BioT certified practitioners throughout the Denver area. Go to biotmedical.com for the location near you. That's biotmedical.com.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
You have a 401k and you keep hearing about ways to invest in real estate or precious metals. At Diverse Retirement Solutions, they've developed a plan that will help you do just that, and you can take back control of your retirement funds with checkbook control and no annual fees. Find out how by going to diverseretirementsolutions.com or calling them at 970-316-2099. That's 970-316-2099. Don't wait another day to take control of your retirement funds. Put them to work for you today. Diverse Retirement Solutions, 970-316-2099.
This is Dave. The Experience Pros radio show is changing the way people treat people in business. Listen to Eric and Angel mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Very nice to have you. Listen, segueing from being optimal, talk about optimal. How would you like to know what one of the top 5 fastest growing companies in Colorado is? I got 2 words for you, maybe 3. Social Media Energy.
We do have the owner of Social Media Energy, Luke Wyckoff, in the studio. Congratulations. Top growing company.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited.
You've got to be just thrilled. We had our friend Dennis in a little bit earlier. He is celebrating his 1 year. There's these milestones as entrepreneurs that just kind of, they fill our tank and keep us going when the lows get low, right?
Absolutely, and that was definitely one that we were very excited about.
Yeah, we're excited for you as well.
When did you guys get a webcam in here? That's what I want to start off with.
We've been filming for a couple of years, bro.
I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, wow, I probably maybe should have gotten a haircut or something before I came. I didn't know this was going to be like broadcasted.
You look fantastic in that sanctuary golf shirt there, mister.
There's a reason the webcam is a teeny tiny little frame. This way, if I don't do my makeup, if we're not all
Gotcha.
jazzed up, so it's just a behind the scenes little camera, nothing HD. Ever.
Luke, social media, it's that thing that everybody thinks they can do and nobody really does well, except for Social Media Energy. I mean, they're rocking the boat right now.
We've had some wonderful success over the last 5 years, and I got to tell you, I really think it's because of the team that I have behind me. We hire great people. We've got great people in the office, folks that are managing accounts. They're literally the best in the business.
I love that. And you do have an incredible team. We've worked with many of the people on your team. One of the things that I think about with social media these days, Luke, is we've all got a smartphone and we're all just taking pictures and we're all telling people what we had for breakfast, and we're doing amazing at what we're sharing with the audience. What's the most important piece that we need to take away from social media?
If you're thinking about it from a business perspective, Angel, the biggest thing that businesses are doing, I can tell you what they're doing wrong.
Okay.
I can tell you what the good ones are doing right.
Love that. Okay.
To start off with some of the things that they're doing wrong, most businesses, when they get on, is they're not quite sure who their target audience is. It's really the people who could be buying their products or services, or people who know people who could be buying their products or services. But the issue that most companies do is what they start to post, and they post all about themselves. It's all about me.
Right.
I mean, the infamous Bette Midler, the prophet Bette Midler, when she says, enough about me, what do you think about me?
Right. Unless you're Toby Keith, it's really not working for you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, so we don't know who our target audience. We're not really speaking to our target audience. We're posting, and we get those, my friend calls them the media darlings. We've been in business for this long. We're family run and operated. We've done this. We. And the audience wants to know what's in it for them. Does Social Media Energy, are there companies out there that you see that are really getting it right?
Yeah, we do. I think, well, the difference is, I like to say, when we're managing accounts, we're speaking on behalf of the client. So we are actually their voice for them. Just like you would outsource an accountant or you outsource IT, people outsource the social media to us so that they don't have to worry about it. But the companies that are doing it themselves, there are some companies that are doing it really well. I'll give you an example. Gatorade is doing an amazing job. They've segmented their market into 8 big segments, but they also understand that not everyone speaks English, so we need to have multiple languages. And every time LeBron James goes #WinFromWithin, they own that hashtag, and they can watch that hashtag grow and regrow all over the world as people tweet and retweet things everywhere. So that would be a company that does it really well. But there are companies out there that every post that they put out there is all about, here's our newest technology, here's what we're doing today. It's all about me. And we try to encourage folks to flip that around in an 80-20, so that let's talk about your clients, the great things your clients are doing.
Right.
Let's talk about those things.
Okay, so Luke, you mentioned Gatorade, and I know I'm going to name drop here. I know that you also handle all the social media for Health One. And here's my thing. I want to make sure we bring it down to street level. Can the average Joe small business owner tap into what you're doing, and do you serve those folks?
Absolutely. Let me give you a great example. Janelle is a woman who owns a food cart on the 16th Street Mall. She does organic oatmeal.
I think I love Janelle.
Oh, you would wait till you taste the oatmeal.
Yeah.
She does 2 things. One, it comes with great customer service, but it also is an amazing organic, great product. And she's the first one that ever served an organic breakfast on the 16th Street Mall. How much fun can she have with Twitter and Facebook getting people who are what? health conscious,
right?
People that are worried about everything that Gunther was just talking about. Gunther could not have put it better of what the type of stuff we're putting into our bodies. And so people who are very health conscious, who work on the 16th Street Mall, that's her target market.
So how are you helping Janelle with her social media elements?
The first thing is we need to understand who her target market was. And once we figured out it was that health conscious person, and that's that person who did wake up and said, oh my gosh, it's now the 18th day of February and I haven't started my New Year's resolutions yet. It's that person. So we start to focus and we start to look and go, now where do these people hang out? What type of books do they read? What type of blogs are they reading? And we start going off in multiple directions and looking at multiple ways that we can get in front of them to know, here's where Janelle's going to be today, and now you can buy your oatmeal from her. Keep yourself healthy while you're out there. That's just one example. Another example would be a client that we have in Salt Lake City, another small company called Gigabot. And they invented a technology that allows your smartphone to follow your kid around when they're playing sports or they're on stage doing a play, and there's a computer that fits inside your kid's outfit, and the other piece goes to the robotic arm, and now you don't have to sit there and watch your kid's performance or your kid's sports show through your phone. It sits on a robotic arm.
I need that for when Michael is in the marching band, because it takes me like several minutes to go, okay, which one's mine?
You could zoom in on Michael like right away because the computer knows.
Absolutely. Life perfectly framed. Brilliant. Is the way that they love to put it together. But think about them from a social media perspective. The first thing they have to do, if all they did was sit there and talk about, well, this is the technology behind our robotics, this is the technology behind this, people really don't care about that. What they care about is I can have a conversation with my friend while my daughter's playing soccer.
Right.
That's what they care about.
And I can still capture everything.
So where do those people go, and how do we focus on them on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn?
All right, so I'm going to throw you another question. I'm not pulling any punches today, Luke.
I'm glad you're not.
Social media energy. How do you demonstrate ROI, return on investment, in a social media world?
Dude, that is a great question. I'm going to answer that in a couple different ways. Okay. First of all, understanding what your realistic expectations are. That's of social media. There's a lot of companies out there that have said that social media is the panacea of all things marketing. I'm here today to tell you that it's not, and that you need to have very realistic expectations. For example, we had a client, the funeral home director, who was very serious about wanting to have 10 to 20,000 people following him on Facebook. And I said, I got to be honest, I don't think there's going to be like 20,000 people that want to follow death and see what the price of a coffin is.
People just aren't dying to get in that.
Oh, no.
Yes,
you did not say that.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
All right.
There's the da-da-da. Thank you, everybody.
All right, so funeral man.
But what I'm saying is people need to understand what the realistic expectations are.
Right.
For example, for Health One, where we're helping them recruit nurses. So it's tough to find nurses, but when we can find nurses in other cities, pull other people to move to Colorado, what they're doing is they're diverting their money from other spaces that they've been spending money on in print, ad, and other places, because they can find these people at 1/10 the cost using Twitter and Facebook and focusing on nurses in other states and bringing them here. So the way that they measure ROI is in your cost per hire.
Oh.
So there's one way you're doing it.
He's taking notes.
I am.
Another way.
I ask this every day, Luke.
All the time. Well, it's a justification for why we're in business, Eric. And that is truly what it is. Why do you do what you do? And I'll give you a great example. I sat with the head of a very large construction company, and he said this exact same question. He said, Luke, justify why I would need a Facebook page.
And they get all indignant.
I know, it gets all serious. Hey, tell me why I need a Facebook page. And I said, I'll tell you what, you tell me why you needed to paint all 30 of your cars out in the parking lot with your logo on them, and I'll tell you why you need a Facebook page.
Brilliant.
Well, at the point is, at the end of the day, you know what? 5,000 people are going to put eyeballs on your truck, where I can get 30,000 eyeballs between, Twitter, Facebook, and other types of things. If that's all you want is eyeballs, we can do that.
We can get eyeballs. All right. So Luke, can you help people that are just starting out social media? good for startups?
Absolutely. We have many startup companies that we work with. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to quickly gain market knowledge of people who are going to like you. It's a great way to get customer feedback on your products. Last product drop here from one of our clients. They make it's called Hot Straw, and this company made a straw that actually your lipstick won't stick to it, and you could drink it in hot liquids and it never burns your lips.
My lipstick doesn't stick.
I'm always amazed every time I see you.
Right.
That his lipstick
No,
doesn't
at the
stick?
different colors of lipstick that you could be wearing on that day, Eric.
And I'm not.
With those, that's a lot of startups. There's a lot of different size companies. So we work with clients that have a cart on the 16th Street Mall up to multi-billion-dollar companies.
How do people get in touch with you?
Well, they can call our office directly at 720-524-3400. Or they can send me a personal email, luke@socialmediaenergy.com. We'd love to hear from your listeners. If there's anything we can do to help them or help you, we're always here for you.
I love it. Socialmediaenergy.com, 720-524-3400. Do a business with one of Colorado's top 5 fastest growing companies. Luke Wyckoff, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
You can't walk through your garage, much less park your car. You need to clear your clutter. Kevin Perry and Red Diamond Auctions can help. Red Diamond Auctions, where nothing happens until somebody sells something. Kevin Perry and Red Diamond Auctions will buy partial and complete estates. What are you waiting for? Call today, 970-673-2625. That's 970-673-2625. Visit reddiamondauctions.com today or call now, 970-673-2625.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. 9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
The Laura Ingraham Show, live mornings at 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. So nice to have you along with us today. When considering how you measure up in the ranks of salespeople, where would you put yourself?
In the ranks of salespeople, like on a scale from 1 to 10 kind of thing?
Sure.
Or, I would say, oh gosh, okay, so I have two.
Most people are uncomfortable, by the way, with that question.
With that question.
Yep.
All right, so when I think when I'm like in the zone and I'm actively, I probably would be a 6, but I think probably every day in general, I'm probably closer to a 3.
All right, I will say that my observation of you, you're being harsh on yourself, and when you're in the zone, you're probably a 9.5, and I would say that when you're not, you're probably still a good solid 5.
Ooh, nailed it.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: you have to kind of get in the zone, right? You most people don't wake up and say, "Oh gosh, I get to sell today."
No, not really. I don't think
No.
so. I don't think so because when we think about salespeople, what separates a great salesperson from a good salesperson? And
Right.
probably most of us fall in that category of good. In other words, if somebody comes to us, and this is why we rely on word-of-mouth marketing, because we didn't actually have to go out and sell a darn thing.
Right.
People come to us, they're ready to buy, they've heard about you from somebody else, and you conduct the transaction. At that point, you just don't screw it up.
Yeah, you're just a broker.
Yeah, I mean, but you didn't really have to sell anything.
Right.
You just happen to be the guy that if you want the product, I'm the one that we're going to have to exchange money for.
So let's start our conversation there. If in fact you are, do you have a word of mouth system?
Yes.
Well, I know that we do. But
You paused, so I thought you were waiting for me to
I
answer
wanted
you.
it to sink into to the audience because, frankly, if you don't have a system, I do my very best and I hope for the rest.
Right.
But a system.
It is a system, which means it's a part of your sales process. In other words, you can duplicate it, you can repeat it, you can
assign it and delegate it.
Yeah, and the same way you got your first set of word of mouth referrals, you can go and recreate and get another set of referrals. But what ends up happening, we'll ask somebody, they'll say, "Gosh, you know what? I had the best month. I had my best month ever." Really? What did you do? I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
no idea. It was a great month.
It was a great month, and people were referring me. All right, well, what did you do to do that? Well, gosh, I just really don't know. In other words, could you do that again this month? Ooh, only if everybody else plays their role, which means you're at the mercy of hitting your quotas, hitting your commissions, and you don't have a system in place for that, and you're going to get to the end of the month and have no money.
Right. So here are a couple of traits that we've observed that that might be identified with great salespeople. Here's one to consider. You don't put yourself above your prospect or client. You're not looking down at them. Don't you hate it when you go to I'm gonna pick on a car dealership for just a minute. You go to the car dealership and you got the wolves who come over down and they sit there and say, "Hey, little lady, what can I get for you today?" The condescension happens and they almost bully you into the sale.
Or what about this one? I'm not saying you're stupid for not signing up. But, if you really looked at this and you really understood what we offered, you would participate.
Right.
And I mean, there's a lot of phrases that we feel bullied into participating. And many times, and here's the sad part about that is it works. Right? You can bully people into buying and making them uncomfortable when they say no to you. But are they going to refer you? Are they going to send others to you? Not if they value those relationships.
How do you demonstrate confidence? If you're a salesperson walking in and making the pitch, how do you demonstrate confidence?
Smile, stand up, answer questions.
You're knowledgeable about your product or service, right?
Yeah.
I agree with that. Here's another thing. You embrace silence. You're actually comfortable with silence, because confidence is demonstrated as much as silence as in what you do say.
Ooh, that's very powerful.
It really is. You walk in, and if you can allow a measurable period of silence, don't make it awkward, don't make it uncomfortable. It'll be more uncomfortable for you as you get started with this. But the notion is, you laid it out. This is what you have to offer. This is the benefit that you're going to offer to your prospect. You've answered their questions, and now you just wait.
That's a hard one.
It is.
That is a hard one.
30 seconds feels like an eternity.
Yeah, as you're waiting and having them answer, but what we end up doing is filling that silence with random babble.
Right.
And here's what happens when we fill the silence with random babble. We talk them in and out of the sale in one full swoop.
It's true.
And so we might have had them, but because we didn't shut up, we lost them.
Shut up. All right. Here's another one. You don't need to rush. We have a phrase here at Experience Pros: when the timing is right,
the timing is perfect.
And that's so true. You don't need to rush your presentation. You don't need to rush them to a decision. When the timing is right, the timing will be perfect.
Well, and think about this, because I think as a salesperson, we need to have a full pipeline. We need to have really a 3-month system in many cases of people thinking about us, having our brand in front of them, being prepared when we know what their sales cycle is going to be, and not necessarily having to make that sale for today.
Right.
Because if we're selling for today and we don't have a pipeline and a system in place, and we have to make this sale today, I need to make my car payment, and I have to make this sale today, then we get desperate, and we make mistakes, and we make people feel really uncomfortable. But if we know that we're building into and we're building up and filling our pipeline and our sales process, then really the people you're talking to today, if they don't buy today, you can actually nurture that, and so that when the time is right for them, not because your car payment is due, but when they're ready, then it's actually a much more pleasant transaction that ends up taking place, and you create that memorable customer experience versus could you buy today? I really need to hit my deadline. I really need to hit my quota, and could you help me?
And finally, you must follow through. If you have a conversation with somebody and you don't follow through, you are leaving money on the table, and you are not building the relationship that will develop into a lifelong relationship, beyond the transaction.
I think that when we think about salespeople and great salespeople, they are excellent at the follow-up. They really should be called follow-up people.
Absolutely. Follow-up people.
Okay.
I like it. All right. There you have it. And it's only the first hour, where we got a whole other hour of the Experience Pros radio show coming up. So here's what we want you to do. We want you to go in just a moment and tell 5 people you got to tune in right now. Experience Pros radio show, you got to tune in. You can find it at experiencepros.com or on AM 560 KLZ. We love that too. We do have to take a quick break. Station ID. When we come back, more positive business talk. Give somebody a 20-second kiss, because kindness is so simple.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560, The Source. Do you know what your own personal debt ceiling should be? 0. I'm going to surgically remove the word debt from your vocabulary. Sound like fun? Well, it is. It's called The Dave Ramsey Show. Weekdays at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
Hi, Bill McCormick here to thank you for making the Crawford Stand part of your day, and to let you know that now you can hear the stand on demand. Just go online to www.crawfordbroadcasting.com. Click on the stand button and look for the title of the commentary you want. You can then click on it to read, print, listen, or download as an MP3. This new service is for commentaries broadcast since the beginning of this year, and they're right there on the stand page at www.crawfordbroadcasting.com. The Crawford Stand is a public affairs presentation for God and country.
Hey, I'm Dave Ramsey, and my show is live on KLZ, and I want to hear from you. Call me today so I can help you live debt-free. That's the Dave Ramsey Show, coming up from noon to 3 on The Source, AM 560 KLZ.
This is the legendary KLZ, AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster.
I know that that's a popular myth that continues to be repeated, but it just is not accurate.
Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius on the defense in Orlando, trying to mop up the latest Obamacare bombshell after a report from the Congressional Budget Office saying the law would mean the loss of about 2.3 million full-time jobs. The report saying Obamacare leading to more employees working part-time hours and leaving the workforce altogether.
There is absolutely no evidence, and every economist will tell you this, that there is any job loss related to the Affordable Care Act.
The CBO saying Obamacare reducing the total number of hours worked by up to 2% from 2017 to 2024 because workers choosing to supply less labor with all the new taxes and other incentives they'll face and the financial benefits some will receive. And President Obama out today telling the EPA to issue tougher fuel efficiency standards for medium and large trucks. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
In the year 1791, Americans were guaranteed individual freedoms and a limited government. Today, those freedoms are disappearing. The government listens to your phone calls and scans your emails. That's why we've created 1791 Email. When you sign up for an account, you can rest assured that we won't invade your inbox or scan your emails. And with your 1791 Email account, you'll be letting everyone know that you believe in individual freedom. Find out more about 1791 Email at 1791.com and start sharing the spirit of America today. For the record, establishing truth in the media and setting a new standard in broadcast journalism. Investigating the stories the mainstream media doesn't just ignore, but are afraid to uncover. A news program that doesn't compromise anything, has no political agenda, and nothing to lose. For the record, restoring truth in the media and setting the record straight. Returning soon to The Blaze. Truth lives here.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. We're here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business.
Absolutely. So we are so excited around here because Eric is finally working out.
Right.
Right.
Woohoo!
This is very exciting. This is a really big deal. We are sending Eric on his first vacation in over 12 years. The vacation actually is going to commence on April 26th, and so he needs to be ready for whatever vacation our listeners vote for. And
adventure.
And you can vote for his vacation at any one of our multiple voting locations around town. We actually have a Facebook event listed on our Facebook page, and it's called tell Eric where to go, and you can find all the different voting locations around town where you can vote. And you can vote every single day at each one of the locations, and every time you vote, you are entered into a trip of your own to the St. Regis Resort in Aspen. You can also vote on the Highlands Ranch Travel Facebook page. Go to Highlands Ranch Travel on Facebook, like their page, and then click on the tab that allows you to choose one of the 9 destinations.
You know what bothers me?
What's that?
One of the destinations is a cruise to Bermuda, right? And like a 7-night cruise on the Norwegian Caribbean Cruise Line, sailing to the breakaway to Bermuda, all that. And then there's the Blue Ridge Mountain Chicken Farm.
You know, for as often as you bring up the Blue Ridge Mountain Chicken Farm,
right, in Dollywood,
I'm going to think it's your favorite.
It is not. But
I think you're doing that whole reverse psychology thing on us.
Please allow me to tell you what really chaps my hide.
Okay.
These two, the cruise to Bermuda and the Blue Ridge Mountain Chicken Farm, have the same percentage of votes. Really? What? No.
Again, you keep drawing your attention to it. I think that there's something just inside of you that wants to go to the farm instead of one of the other locations.
Listen, folks, don't waste your votes on cruising the Amazon or the chicken farm. Don't waste your votes on those, okay? Amazon, big bugs, got to have a saddle. No, not doing that. Blue Ridge Mountains, nope, I'm out. Iceland, really? No. Just helping.
You're not helping. Again, perhaps you forgot what the rules were.
What are the rules?
You don't get to vote. Your vote doesn't count. You don't have an opinion. It is the listeners who get to choose. And if they say you're going on a cruise to Bermuda, you're going on a cruise to Bermuda. Now, I do caution our listeners when choosing the voting location of choice.
Listen up.
Because here's what's going to happen. On March 12th, we're going to draw for the destination. On March 12th, we're going to find out who got the most votes, and that's where you're going on vacation. We're also going to draw one of the entries and send one of our fabulous listeners and those that have voted on a fabulous trip to the St. Regis in Aspen.
Brilliant.
But on March 12th, once we know what the destination is for Eric's vacation, we're going to open it up to our listeners. We're going to do a group package, and you can join Eric on his vacation. So think about where you would want to go to.
Right.
That's where you could end up going with us. The trip leaves, and we depart on April 26th, destination unknown. But mark your calendars now if you would like to participate on this adventurous vacation that we still don't know where we're going, but you can come along with us.
The boat. It makes me nervous.
You might get on a boat, you might get on a train, you might get on a plane. It's going to be so much fun. So vote every day. Go and participate at one of our voting locations. They would love for you to walk in and say, I heard about Eric, and I want to tell Eric where to go.
Here's an example of those. You can go to Elevation 5900 Kitchen and Bar in Parker, or Orange Theory Fitness at 2 locations, or one location for the voting is in Centennial. There's lots of places to vote, folks. You can check it all out on our Facebook page.
And on Thursday, we will be at Innovative Real Estate with the Welcome Home team doing a live broadcast. So come on by on Thursday and vote while you're there.
Perfect. Folks, don't go anywhere. Sheila Walsh coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
This This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want to send you on a weekend getaway. All you have to do is tell Eric where to go. That's right. Just for voting for where you would send Eric on his first vacation in 12 years, you're entered to win a getaway of your own. It's free, and you can vote online once every day on the Highlands Ranch Travel Facebook page, right there on the Experience Travel tab. Tune in daily to discover 16 other locations around town where you can get extra votes each and every day. There's no downside. Possibly win a weekend getaway just by telling Eric where to go.
There's good reason to keep your dial tuned to AM 560 KLZ all day long. Right after Laura Ingram, grow your business the Experience Pros way. Tune in for the next Experience Pros radio show weekdays from 10 till noon right here on AM 560, The Source. This is Eric, and Angel and I, along with our whole team of national experts, inspire you every day to get your business right. That's the Experience Pros radio show, weekdays at 10.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in today. One of our all-time favorite guests is on the phone with us.
Absolutely. Best-selling author Sheila Walsh is with us. She has a brand new book out called The Storm Inside, Trade the Chaos of How You Feel for the Truth of Who You Are. It comes from her many, many years of speaking to more than 5 million women, helping us understand that the storm of emotions we feel, that no matter what we're going through, that God is bigger, God is stronger, and He will never fail. Sheila, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Hi, Eric. Hi, Angel. It's great to be back with you.
It's very nice to have you back with us as well, Sheila. What were you thinking when you decided I need to write another book, in this one in particular?
You know, Eric, it took me a couple of years to write this book because when I grew up in Scotland, I lived by the ocean, but it wasn't a nice, Florida beach. It was wild and rocky. And what I loved was after a storm, I would walk along the beach and I would pick up all sorts of things that had been thrown out onto the sand. And I discovered, in the last few years, that there's a similar principle when you walk through a storm in life. It tends to throw up some refuse on the shoreline of your heart. And for me, storms show me what I really believe, as opposed to what I think I believe or what I'd like to believe. When you walk through a dark night, some kind of really rough storm, you discover some of the refuse that's in you, and whether it's shame or unforgiveness or bitterness or insecurity. And really, my passion until the Lord returns is to walk side by side with my sisters and say we do not have to live every day ruled by our emotions. We can be guided by the lighthouse of the Word of God.
You know, and I know, Sheila, you're not advocating go out and look for a storm. We've probably already been through it.
Honestly, most of us on any given day will find ourselves somewhere in the continuum between everyday chaos and crisis. You know, it could be something as small as you can't find your car keys when you need to get out the door to something really serious. And most of us are either we feel a storm approaching, or, you know, some of the listeners might be in the middle of a storm right now or the aftermath of a storm. But I want women to know in particular that they are not victims, that God has not forgotten them just because everything around them seems to be changing, but that God remains constant, and there are ways to get through the most difficult storms in life.
You know, Sheila, you are well documented as having a powerful, passionate relationship with the Lord and leading others in that direction. Do you think that the enemy attacks women differently than men?
I think that's very true, Eric, because I know that, like recently, some friends of our family went through a real crisis, and my husband's initial response was, what can I do? How can I help? He wanted to do something to try and fix the crisis. My initial response was much more emotional. I was overwhelmed for my friends, for what they were walking through. And sometimes women are not sure what to do with their emotions because, you know, sometimes people don't take us very seriously because we appear emotional. I think emotions are wonderful. You know, God gives us emotions. They make us compassionate and caring and hopefully good wives and good mothers. But if you allow yourself to be ruled by them, we end up making poor choices, because if you add into the mix the emotions that we would naturally humanly feel in a crisis, add into that the fact that we have an enemy who Scripture makes it very clear is a liar, and he also is the one who accuses God's children. If you put those two things together and you make decisions based on that, you're going to find yourself in a really dark place.
Absolutely. I've used the phrase probably more than once. I'm nice. I'm not stupid to people just because I do have these emotions and I do care. You talk about the analogy about a rabbit can outrun a lion, but is so consumed by fear.
Yeah, it doesn't know it. It's like if a rabbit understood that even though the lion is 50 times bigger and 100 times stronger, but the rabbit is faster. If a rabbit got that, it could outrun a lion every time, but it's so paralyzed by fear that it never escapes. And I think there's such a profound picture in that. I think everywhere, every day, God is speaking to us. I mean, he's trying to tell us, listen, I've got this. And I think if we as God's children began to understand that, yes, we do have an enemy who hates us, but if ever he tries to remind you of your past, then we just need to remind him of his future, because he is a defeated enemy. And Scripture tells us he who lives in you is greater than he who lives in the world.
Yeah, I say it every time you come on the show, Sheila. I could sit and listen to you forever because you speak the truth, and you have a lovely accent. The book is The Storm Inside. Trade the chaos of how you feel for the truth of who you are. The author is Sheila Walsh. Where do we find the book?
You can find the book at any good Christian bookstore or Amazon, or even on my website at SheilaWalsh.com.
Sheila, you just wrote, because we just had you on not too long ago, you had written a bedtime devotional book, and now you've just written The Storm Inside. How do you keep this all together, dear?
Fortunately, writing is a passion of mine. I mean, some of my friends who write books, it's like pulling teeth, because they're like, oh, I can't believe I have to do this. I'm very blessed in that it's my way of processing life. I'm never happier than I'm tucked away somewhere with my computer, a notebook, and my Bible. it's really what I love to do. And my heart is for little girls too, because I want little girls to understand, listen, it doesn't matter what the mirror says to you. It doesn't matter what other mean girls say to you. You're a beloved daughter. You stand up tall. You are courageous and beautiful, and God has a future for you.
You know, and we can never hear that message enough. You know, the world brings a different message to us every day, and we're battling every single day, and a lot of times even battling with women that are close to us. You know, I think that unfortunately we're not as uplifting for other women as we can be. So I love the message that you are sharing. The storm inside, trade the chaos of how you feel for the truth of who you are. Best-selling author Sheila Walsh.
And Sheila, here's another message that I'm sure that never gets old and yet is probably not said as much. I want to thank you personally. You are making a difference in the lives of so many people, men and women both, but certainly in the women's demographic. Thank you so much for what you do.
Oh, thank you, Eric. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Angel.
Absolutely. Love having you on the show with us, Sheila. Keep us posted on how well this book does and some stories. We'd love to hear some testimonials of people that have read the book and you have made an impact on.
You're always welcome here.
I'd love to. Thank you.
All right. Folks, don't go anywhere. We come back. Your health tip coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Renew, heal, and experience the miraculous with Master Healer, Yoga, and Meditation teacher, Karen Corona. Karen has 30 years experience providing natural healing therapies and nutritional education. Her yoga and meditation programs will guide you back to vibrant health and wellness. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. Mention Experience Pros and get $450 off Karen's upcoming healing and yoga retreat in June, set in lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. 303-725-1119 or online at KarenCorona.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
number one revenue producing room on the car lot is not the showroom.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
It's not even the shop, which is number two. It's the finance office. They make more money on the paper, on the payments, on the interest than they do on cars. Now, if you're in the new car business, I'm not mad at you, but I'm just telling people how your business works.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. It's time for our health tip with Dr. Lee Weisbard.
Absolutely. Weisbard Dental at 5460 South Quebec Street. Hi, Dr. Weisbard.
Good morning.
Dr. Lee, what's our tip for today?
Well, you know, a lot of people ask me which kind of toothbrush they should get. So for decades, dentists have been boasting all different kinds of toothbrush and cleaning methods, and which is going to be ideal for a healthy, vibrant smile.
And so what do you recommend, Dr. Weisbard?
Well, here's the deal. Number one, you have to look at the goal. The goal is to have your mouth plaque-free, to have the teeth clean and all the surfaces plaque-free. And either way, it's only going to be as good as the person who's using the toothbrush. So here are some standards. Number one, it's important to look in the mirror and pay attention to what you're doing with either toothbrush so that you know that you're using the toothbrush and getting on every tooth surface. So the research has found that compared to manual toothbrushes, an electric toothbrush will remove more plaque. So if you go by research alone, the research says that an electric toothbrush will remove more plaque. Some of the benefits of an electric toothbrush. Most electric toothbrushes have a built-in timer, so you know how long to brush, and if there's a timer, people do tend to brush a little bit longer. Number two, there's different speeds of the toothbrush. So for people with sensitive teeth, they can change the speed. They can use it a little lighter, slower, and the vibrating or rotating head will definitely clean more plaque than a manual toothbrush without the proper angles and without really paying attention. And for people with dexterity issues, older people who have any handicaps, arthritis, the electric toothbrush is definitely going to do a better job for them.
And Dr. Lee, I have a question.
Yeah.
I've heard that it is possible to over-brush your teeth, that you could brush too hard. Is that true?
Not necessarily that you can overbrush, but you can use a hard brush with abrasive toothpaste, and that will definitely cause abrasion to the tooth surface, cause recession of the gums. So it's really important, number one, that if it's a manual brush, it has to be soft bristles. But soft doesn't mean old and frayed. So it's important to change the toothbrush head, whether it's electric or manual, about every 2 to 3 months, and make sure that the bristles are firm but soft.
Okay, all right. Follow-up question, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
You know, those toothbrushes that have the floss elements to them, does that replace flossing? I mean, do I not need to floss because the new blades get in?
You know, my understanding is that you still need to use floss to get the curves of the teeth between the teeth and down under the gum tissue. I think, you know, whatever works for each person is the best thing for that person. There are some different electric type flossers, and I think those are better than not flossing at all. When it comes to flossing, I think doing it by hand does a better job.
All right.
You know, absolutely. You know, because I think you'll miss something if you don't do it. And
the technique is important. When you're flossing, if you just put it up and down, what happens is you're really not getting to those curves on the tooth surface at the gum line. So it's really important to kind of wrap it around the tooth.
All right. So, and this is probably not at all. The question popped into my head. I had saw somewhere if you had to choose between, you know, in the middle of the day, could you floss or could you brush? They said that flossing was better in the middle of the day. Have you ever heard that?
I haven't, but to me, the chances of someone spending the time to floss in the middle of the day, I just don't see that happening. But I think brushing your teeth, it's easier, it's cleaner. You can keep it in your, in your desk, in your purse. We give out these really nice little toothbrush kits that you can keep at work.
We do.
Yeah, we have our little toothbrush kit in our office. I have one in my desk, Dr. Weisbard, and before we leave the office, I take it into the restroom and brush my teeth. Yeah, I think of you all the time.
And we give those to all of our patients. So any of your listeners who have dentists who don't give them those nice little kits, they should consider coming over to us.
Get your little office kit.
It's just another reason we love Dr. Lee Weisbard. Give some contact information, if you would, please.
We can be reached at 303-773-3373. We give useful and wonderful tips online on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We can be seen on our website at Weisbard Dental. And again, 303-773-3373. We're happy to do complimentary consultations if you have any questions or concerns.
I love it. She's got great tips on her Facebook page that I love following, too. She tunes in and is part of the show every single week. You can tune in at this time to hear from Weisbard Dental. Make sure you make an appointment and stop by and get your toothbrush kit for your office, 303-773-3373.
All right.
Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lee. Let's turn our attention to Walt Wilson. Walt, I understand it's a blustery day outside. How are you, my friend?
That's good, Eric and Angel. How you guys doing?
We're just doing absolutely fantastic. What's our tip this week, Walt?
Well, the tip's not going to be about private pension by design and what we offer and what we can do. It's going to be about 32 middle school students, 8th graders, that are celebrating winners of an essay called What Freedom Means to Us. It's sponsored by the Sertoma clubs in the metropolitan area, and we're holding a luncheon at Pinehurst Country Club. And I'm excited because these are young kids that have competed in their schools, writing an essay, and then we're going to pick a couple of grand prize winners today out of these essays. We get to read them. We have a speaker called Thomas Jefferson. He's going to talk to us. And it's just going to be a world of fun to see these kids get excited, watch their parents with pride, see these kids accept their awards, take pictures, see their teachers who are here. It's just a great time to know that kids out there, they're doing good things today.
There are a lot of kids out there that are doing good things, and they're excited, and they've got great hope for our future. Not everybody's a slacker. So I love that you're promoting that and talking about that on the show today, Walt.
Yeah, it's great. We do this once a year. We have about 32 schools right now throughout the Front Range to compete in this contest, this survey essay, we call it. And we judge them, our club judges them, and then we award them plaques and some cash gifts. So it's great. It's just fun. It's giving back to the community. I encourage any of your business listeners or individuals, get involved in an organization. I know you guys are involved in organizations, and help sponsor these things that you can give back to the community, the joy it brings to other people.
Well, I love that you're so involved with the community and the Sertoma Club. They are making a difference and making life worthwhile, and featuring these kids, making it a really big deal, celebrating them. You're going to have an impact on them that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. And our kids need more of that good stuff just instilled in them every day. It's a tough world that we live in. And so that event is today, correct?
In the Pinehurst Country Club. And another thing that's nice is these young people can put this in their, I call it the resume folder for college and for future references. Mm-hmm. It's a great deal for them to show colleges that they're involved in the community and different things, and it helps them get scholarships sometimes.
I love it. That's the Sertoma Club of Littleton, and they're making life worthwhile through service to mankind. Well, you are a fantastic brand representative for them as well.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, Walt is a member of our Extreme Customer Service Directory with Private Pension by Design. Make sure you check out his blog and his free educational webinars at privatepensiondesign.com. Walt, thanks so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you guys very much for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Folks, more positive business talk coming up next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights. So it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame Art. The experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame Art. 303-722-1525. 303-722-1525. Located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame Art. It matters.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
The Broomfield Small Business Summit is the premier small business growth event to take your business to new heights in 2014. This full-day event is on Friday, February 28th from 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. at the Omni Resort Interlaken. Tickets are $59 and include breakfast, lunch, and a drink ticket to the cocktail networking reception. The Broomfield Small Business Summit is hosting 10 workshops and panels throughout the day, including government contracting, access to capital, leadership, social media marketing, and much more. Sign up today at BroomfieldSmallBusinessSummit.com. That's BroomfieldSmallBusinessSummit.com.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Bragging Friday. The Experienced Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Hey, I'm Dave Ramsey, and my show is live on KLZ, and I want to hear from you. Call me today so I can help you live debt-free. That's the Dave Ramsey Show, coming up from noon to 3 on The Source, AM 560 KLZ.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Nope. Do I have to? I don't want to go.
But we need to do it.
I don't like them.
But how would our business run without them?
I can't stand them.
I nobody does, but they're a necessary evil. We need to schedule another meeting.
Death by meeting.
Death by meeting. You know, there's a lot of angst when it comes around staff meetings, right? And bringing your team together. And is it a productive use of everybody's time?
Heck no.
And especially
Is that too fast?
when you get a lot of people in the room, you get either everybody wants to talk and re-say the same thing over and over again. Have you ever been in that meeting?
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, it's been said.
No, let me add my 2 cents. It sounds exactly like your 2 cents. Pretty soon we have $1.42, and we all said the same thing.
We all said the same thing. Everybody's got to just pitch in, and nobody said anything new. Those are lovely. Or you leave the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, somebody's going to send out an email that talks about everything we talked about in the meeting, and we really could have avoided this whole meeting in the first place.
Preferable.
Preferable.
Just saying.
Have you seen, there's a fun what do you call it, fun little video going around where it's a true life meeting, but it replicates what happens when you do a conference call. So every time somebody walks in the door, it says, ding, Angel Tussey has entered the meeting.
Oh, man.
And so they try to start the meeting, and of course it gets interrupted, and then somebody else has to come back. Oops, sorry, I dropped off. Hysterical when you try to duplicate.
Those things do happen. Is there any hope? Is there any help? Can you help me?
Well, here's the benefit of a meeting. It's having one conversation. Everybody gets the same information at the same time. So rather than having to go and share all of this with individual departments and individual team members, everybody gets the benefit of this is how we got to this conclusion. Because at the end of the meeting, hopefully there was some kind of conclusion and some activity came to the end, and we all recognize how we got there. But here's the thing: it's not just having meetings for the sake of having meetings, just because it's on the calendar. We're going to meet. We have our staff meeting on the same page. And this is very helpful when you put together a written agenda that you can send to people in advance. It helps people to prepare. It helps people to bring the supporting documents that they might need. And it forces you to be clear about why you're meeting and really narrow it down to the top 3 things that you should be discussing.
On that written agenda, can we just tell you what my opinion is, and therefore you all in favor? Aye.
No.
Okay.
But that's a really. I'll take that into consideration.
I'm a trendsetter.
You really are.
Yeah.
Getting everybody to engage in the conversation is an important piece to a meeting, because very likely there are 1 or 2 people that like to hear themselves talk or think that every thought that they have has to be shared.
All right, so you get everybody involved, but then we have the other conundrum, and then you just described it. Everybody goes around the room and says the exact same thing.
Well, hopefully you can train out and ask them a little bit more deeper question, which does tend to put people on the spot. Can you elaborate? Can you say what you really mean by that? Can you give us an example and actually have them engaged in the conversation actively? Because they think that sometimes by just repeating that they've actively engaged in the conversation. And so somebody needs to be at the helm drawing out, how does this help us? How does this move the needle forward, rather than just complaining and reiterating what we just said? What's something new that you can add to it? But here's also in order to be actively engaged and to give something of value, we have to be actively listening to the conversation. And most of the time, we're in a meeting.
I'm checking my emails, and I'm texting and ordering food for lunch.
I think it's really awkward when everybody brings in their tablets or their laptops or even their phones to a meeting. If you need it for the calendar,
right,
that's about the only time you should bring out.
But we know what the card sound shuffling in your solitaire game sounds like. Hello?
So we need to put away the distractors.
Right.
And that's what a lot of times our electronics are. And you think, well, I'm taking notes. I challenge you.
Yeah, bring a pad.
I challenge you. You can take notes on other items too. And because then you can even write down the notes. You can take a picture. You can attach it to your Evernote, and you still have the notes, and you are more actively engaged.
Wow, look what you just did. You called out the Evernote thing.
Well,
it's a digital world,
we gotcha.
and you rocked it.
We got you.
All right.
We got you here.
Okay.
And here's the other thing is cut the meeting in half. Can you do it in less time?
I love it.
Can you be really conscious in respecting of people's time and cut it in half? Do you have to have all of those conversations in that meeting in front of everybody?
You know what that's going to look like. I mean, because right now you say it's going to meet for an hour, and you end up 2.5 hours. So, I mean, there's lots of room for improvement, right?
Here's the thing: when we're gathering together, it's because we want to move the needle forward. We want to have an action item that comes out from this. If it's a training, that we all learned something new. If it's brainstorming, it's that we put something new on the table. If it's an update, if we're all just kind of getting together to make sure we're all on the same page, you can totally do that. You've got 5 minutes per person to give a brief upcap recap of where you're at and where you're going. You put 6 people in the room, that's a half an hour meeting. You got it covered. Everybody contributed. We were all actively listening.
Oh.
We had the agenda. We can put our follow-up items. Okay, what's the homework? What's the takeaway? How do we help? What do we take away from here? And if you didn't have anything to do from the meeting, then was the meeting really necessary? Could it have just been done via email?
All right. Well, there you have it. I mean, that's some good stuff.
Is that good stuff?
I think it is.
I think that we do the meetings and we all gather and we all want to meet for, okay, so I'm even going to segue this into the networking portion of our meetings. A lot of us have those coffee meetings, right? I want to get together for coffee. I want to ask you some questions, or I want to learn more.
Don't you want to sell me something?
Or I want to learn more about your business. Most of the time, those things can happen over the phone, and then we don't have to travel. We don't have to leave our office. Right. We can still have that same conversation. We tend to be more brief when it's over the phone because we're not just sitting there lingering over our beverage. And I think it's far more effective. Do we have to eliminate all of our coffee meetings, all of our in-face meetings?
Absolutely.
No, absolutely not. But if you're struggling with the whole idea of you're just doing so many meetings, or meetings are so time-consuming in your schedule, then maybe you could implement a couple of changes to the meetings that you already have. We're not telling you swing the pendulum, dump all the meetings. But if you're one of those that is having too many meetings that you're not actually getting any work done, which tends to happen,
yep,
then a shift in tweaks and changes along the way puts you back in being productive and not just busy.
All right. I feel a little bit better about that. We need to go to commercial break so we can have a meeting.
Well, you know what? I would like for you to accomplish getting me a cup of coffee in this meeting. Do you think we could do that?
We'll find out. At least I have my action list. It'll be good for you, I know. We'll be back after these messages on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
Benjamin Franklin once said that nothing is certain except death and taxes. He was right, mostly. What Ben didn't know was that when it comes to death, Mike Heffelbauer, licensed and board certified in funeral services since 1990, has served families with dignity and respect while saving them thousands with their affordable and realistic pricing. Heffelbauer Funeral Services, family-owned and community-involved. When certainty calls, call Heffelbauer Funeral Services, 720-344-6087, 720-344-6087, or visit HeffelbauerFuneralServices.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Laura Ingram, mornings at 7, live on KLZ 560, The Source.
Business owners, I'm Dave Ramsey, and I want you to listen to the most positive small business talk show in America, The Experience Pros, with my friends Angel and Eric, mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on The Source, KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in today. Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Okay, we have a friend in the studio, but he's not a stranger.
No, I'm not talking about him. I see him. I know who he is, and everything is very cool with him.
All right. Problem?
I got an email today.
From somebody you did not know?
From somebody who appeared to be from LinkedIn.
But you're casting suspicion on that?
They even used one of my BFF's names. They said it was her. And that they wanted to connect with me.
But it wasn't her?
I clicked on it, and she had nothing but a silhouette for a profile photo. Stranger danger!
Are we, like, starting, like, a thriller film? Like,
Stranger danger!
On, like, a social media slasher film?
Stop, drop, and roll.
What's the problem? Okay, so... so some...
Right.
Was it or was it not?
It was.
Was it really a stranger, or was it somebody?
Well, here's what I did, because you never know when you've got these emails coming in. Don't make fun of me.
No, I wouldn't.
You've got these emails coming in, and they say, "Oh, your friend wants to connect with you on LinkedIn." So you know what I did? I went over and I saw it, and there's nothing but a silhouette for a profile picture. So you know what I did? I picked up my phone and I texted my friend. And I said, "Stranger danger. I understand that you'd like to connect with me, but I have a policy. I don't connect with anybody who has a silhouette."
He has a policy.
No. Stranger danger. You know what? It was her. She was trying to connect with me. I said, "No. My mama told me I cannot connect with you until you put a profile picture up, Missy."
I do think it's interesting that if somebody is going to send you a LinkedIn
Which is the
a request,
professional social network site,
that they have not at least created. I mean, day one, you put your name.
Yes.
You put your picture.
What?
No, you put your name.
Nope.
You put your picture.
Well, I got a better idea. Let me put my business name with a silhouette.
All right. If you are using LinkedIn as your company name, you're using it wrong.
Facebook too.
Yeah, do not. They are personal profiles. They are for people, not businesses. There is a place for a business page. There's a place for a business page on Facebook.
Right.
There's a place for business. But if you're using LinkedIn as your business name, you are using it wrong. You look foolish.
You can make a business page on LinkedIn, but you have to have a professional profile, which has a photo of you. Not a logo.
If you want to use social media and just have it be your business name, create a Facebook business page and create a Google Plus business page.
There you go.
And create a YouTube business channel.
Right.
That's how you do that. You don't have to get all funny and now come over here. I mean, really, you think you're the only one that ever thought, oh, I want to get my brand out there. I should have a LinkedIn profile for my business name. That'll be better for my SEO. No.
You can have a LinkedIn professional page for your business, but you have to have a professional profile first. You have to be the person who endorses this business or gets behind that business. And frankly, no one wants to connect with you until you give it a little consideration. Say, show me who you are.
Yeah, we know. And even if we say yes and we do connect with you because we feel bad, We understand that you're not using it correctly. So,
Oh, heck no, I did not connect with her.
I have connected with a couple people who had
No way.
created their business page as their LinkedIn profile.
Upload that beautiful photo.
So, profile, use the tool, use the corresponding emotion for the corresponding face. Like, you say what you want, be who you are, and use it correctly. And there are right ways and misguided ways. So, on your LinkedIn profile, on your Twitter profile, if you want to be the professional, you want it to just be your business name.
Right.
Start with your professional profile, put your name, put your picture. Don't try to link in with anybody until you have a picture.
Right.
Because it's a
stranger danger.
Ill use of the resource.
Right.
If you don't play on that platform, which is okay, then don't play
That's not okay.
on that platform.
Get on the platform.
No. If you're
No, get on the platform.
If you're-
It's LinkedIn. This is a business show. Get on the platform. Put your picture in.
If I don't want to use it and I don't want to update it and I don't want to be there, then don't be there, and that's okay. Yeah, but at least have a name and a picture.
Name and a
I mean,
picture.
how hard is that?
No more stranger danger.
You are out there setting yourselves up as a professional, as an expert in your industry. If you're networking, if you're actively engaged in the community, this is a great place for people, if they're going to meet you, if they're going to follow up with you, to check you out. And you want to... Do you want them to just check out other stuff and find you randomly, or do you want them to find the message you want them to know about you?
And since you brought up this topic, Angel, I thought maybe we would talk a little bit about that Facebook. You get your personal profile and you get your business page on Facebook. If you expect your business page to be taken seriously, do not do the woohoo, we're taking parties, all those alcohol binges and things like that. We don't want to see those.
We also
take those photos off.
If you have a business page on Facebook,
right,
and a personal profile on Facebook,
yep.
If you share everything from your business page on your personal profile,
redundancy. That's the Department of Redundancy Department.
We have no reason to like your business page.
Right. Stop sharing to your page, your Facebook page.
They are two separate accounts. They are
profile.
used for two separate postings. If you just are going to duplicate every single thing that you post on your business page to your profile, I have no incentive to go over to your business page and like you.
That's
or
right.
Follow you or connect with you, because I already get it on the personal side. And so ask your friends if they want to follow you on business. If they don't want your business posts.
Pretty straightforward. Here's another thing that I think, since we're on the topic here of profiles and whatnot, another mistake that I see many people doing is that they have their professional page for their company. They've got their personal profile, and because I told you don't go putting all the party pictures on there, you do the straight-laced, I've got my tie and I'm very professional profile. And then you have another profile under the exact same name, with you and all the beer drinking, gallivanting, hoop-de-doo pictures. It's a mistake.
How do you keep it all straight?
I don't know.
You know, because you're posting and you're sharing, and they're really all connected, and we all kind of get the you and the you. And
by the way, your future employer will find those pictures.
It's a public platform.
Right.
I mean, all of this, social media is a public platform, but you are a public platform. You're out there connecting. You've got a brand for your business. You have a public email address. I mean, all of this, you are a public platform. And so the whole idea of trying to keep them separate and hiding is not necessary.
No.
It's not necessary. Be an expert. Be a professional. Put your best foot forward and recognize that where you go, your brand does follow.
You know, and it's just that simple. You know, don't.
It's that simple. Don't be stupid.
You know, it's one of those things that I have a phrase that I say, it's so simple as to be profound. And it really is. Don't cause anybody distress by stranger danger. Name, photo.
Just put your photo.
It's easy.
Just put your photo. And here's the funny thing about this person who sent you this LinkedIn request.
Right.
She has a gorgeous professional photo.
It's beautiful.
I don't know why she's not using it.
Yeah, she will.
Well, she will now.
Yeah.
Because we just have an impact that way.
Mm-hmm. Stranger danger.
Don't be a stranger.
All right. So fun stuff, and I hope you enjoyed this little fun little segment and whatnot. Are you still using Pinterest?
Ish.
Ish?
Ish.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, what do you mean? Am I using Pinterest? I guess the answer actually is no.
Are you uploading photos to your bulletin boards?
I'm not.
No? All right. Well, maybe tomorrow we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about why you want to put Pinterest a little further up.
Are you?
Maybe.
Do you have?
I may or may not have uploaded fairly recently.
What did you upload?
Maybe it was a picture.
No kidding. Was it your before selfie?
Oh my gosh, no.
Because, we made Eric take some before selfies because he's now doing his fitness challenge.
It's unpleasant.
I told him he had to take the before. We won't post the befores until we have some afters. But I do need some stats of you. I did create the album.
Yeah.
Eric's Fitness Challenge on our Facebook page, and I need some stats of your befores, so we know.
Oh, look at the time.
So we know how well you do at Orange Theory Fitness.
Hey, guess what, folks? And by the way, stay tuned on the Facebook page for those stats. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating in the revolution. Remember, you are the revolution. You make a difference in the way that people treat people in business. Now give somebody a 30-second kiss. I said 30. Go ahead, extend it. That stands for kindness is so simple.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.